What's up, my people? How are they rating? They haven't waiting this up. So this guy has been receiving backlash from numerous Nigerians all around the world. So someone sent this to me recently. They said he might have said that to boost his YouTube channel, or maybe to stay in the UK. But if he goes where Nigeria are at the wrong time, it can be leached, sir. Tension is high. With some Niger that have sold all their belongings to Jagba, and this guy fell a victim. I pray all goes well with him. UK Home Office know all this, so no need for him to cast the poor people fighting to survive. He should ask rugged man what happened to him at 8:05 when he missed against Naira Marley. Personally, I just think that the UK government, which I said in the previous video, they just need somebody, they need somebody to use as a scapegoat. And it turns out that this guy gave himself in easily like that.
This is an apology video because I am pained on two levels. First, the goal of granting the interview was not achieved. All right? It wasn't. The goal of me agreeing to grant that interview was not achieved. Be the recipient of the blame. I believe that the BBC team did not intend to set me up, but this is exactly how it has come across.
And by the way, Sean Kuti has urged Nigerians to stop fighting Tiamiyu and instead direct their energy towards challenging the British government's policy that bans international students from bringing independence. He suggests that rather than fighting each other on behalf of the colonial masters, the focus should be on addressing the policy itself. Videos, pictures kept popping up about this guy. In fact, they showed that he was once a police officer. There's another profile that we saw on social media. It shows that this guy was, a comedian or an MC who was trying to get up there. So this is more like an opportunity for him.
Thank God I don't look like what I have been through. Thank God I don't look like what I have been through. I've been through a lot. If I need to get a tattoo, I'll tell them to write "this country now." Wow, my head. This country now what? Now wow.
These people, whether Tiamiyu comes out or not, they will still, do what they want to do. That's always been their tactics. However, this Scottish National Party MP carries her name, expressed her opposition to the United Kingdom government's new visa policy for international students. Speaking in the parliament, this lady emphasized the valuable contribution that international students make to the UK's economy. She even criticized the government's policy as misguided and one that Scotland would face the consequences of this policy. That lady went on to highlight how international students even enrich UK society across various sectors, including health, IT, and universities. Guys, let us watch this video.
International students make an invaluable contribution to our economy. According to the Higher Education Policy Institute, last year they provided nearly 43 billion to the UK economy. In my constituency of Glasgow North West alone, the economic benefit was over 83 million. So first of all, I'd like to ask the Minister, what assessments have been carried out on the economic impact of this change on the university sector and indeed in university towns? International students enrich our society and they have skills which are proving ever more vital in this post-Brexit climate, which has seen the UK deprived of workers across key sectors. So with current labour shortages in healthcare, STEM, IT, to name but a few. How can the Minister fail to recognise that this policy will simply exacerbate these? The reality is that many students coming to the UK look beyond their studies and want their families to be part of that experience. Without a way for overseas students to bring their families, many will opt to go elsewhere.
Okay, guys, moving on to the next one here. This one is currently trending. This is Pete Edochie. So it's trending because Pete Edochie shook the hand of Ooni of Ife. Guys, this sparked some serious conversation or argument on social media, with some people are saying that this is disrespectful, considering the fact that this man is a monarch in Yoruba land, that Pete Edochie should understand better. He should have bowed down. While others argue that Pete Edochie is a big fish in Igbo land, also hold a chieftaincy title. So why would he bow to the Ooni of Ife? And perhaps he's not a Yoruba. Others even argue that the way the Ooni of Ife carries himself is degrading. So why wouldn't he be disrespected? Guys, let us read some comments here. Someone had said, "Beautiful to see." Not some young man in the comment section saying he, Ebubedike Edochie, should have bowed. Why? He is also a title holding chief and way older man. Even if you don't respect him for what he has achieved, how about his age? I bet Ooni of Ife grew up watching him. And here is a reply. Ooni of Ife in Yoruba land is a first-class monarch, and Edochie is not one, not even by law. It's like saying Edochie is on the same rank as Obi of Onitsha. Yes, Edochie is a great actor and has accomplished much. Doesn't mean he is on the same level as the Ooni. Even with his age, is Pete Edochie more honored than Obasanjo? This picture is a whole ex-president prostrating for the Ooni. So think, I can bet if he was in front of the King of England, he will bow as protocol demands. A chief and an elder is still not on the same level as a first-class monarch like Ooni. We've got another person here who says he's not a Yoruba man, so he can choose to greet your king whichever way. Another person, Ooni is not a king for himself. He represents the entire Yoruba kingdom. It is disrespectful for some as low as Pete Edochie to handshake Ooni of Ife. Even if he is a title man, he is not a king in Igbo land. Another person, Ooni of Ife is a young man and a progressive thinker, so he won't mind. If it was an old archaic king, it would definitely be a problem. But let me ask, if Pete Edochie have seen the Obi of Anambra or a king in the east, will he also shake him or he will bow? The answer to this will give you the answer you need. Another person here says there's nothing wrong. They are both from different cultures. In Igbo land, you don't bow to anybody but a deity or god. Besides, he is a traditional Ichie, not just chief, and our Ooni understands. First, he is a Yoruba king, and so you don't expect people from other tribes who don't know your culture to greet him like Yoruba people would. Finally, all traditional rulers have lost respect because they go to occasion their ancestors won't go to. Back in the example is that party of a 30-year-old girl. Why should an Oba attend a 30-year-old girl party? That's degrading for him. Old-time Obas, Obis, Igwes, and Emirs hardly appear in public in the past and come out mostly at night. So there was an air of mystery, fear, and respect attached to their offices in the past. Not anymore. Moving on to the next one. Here we have the Afrobeat singer, Seun Kuti. Seun Kuti has departed Nigeria for Switzerland to begin his summer tour in Europe. This follows his recent release from custody. Seun's fans in Zurich were eagerly awaiting his arrival for a scheduled show which he missed due to his previous detention. He left Lagos for Zurich on Air France with his band members, ready to kick off his summer tour. This guy still needs to work to me to make some money. I mean, you can see the areas of lawyers. He's got to pay these people as well. It is not for free. Okay, guys, moving on to the next one. Guys, let us watch this video. Let me know what you think about what she said concerning Blessing CEO. But hold on, I have something to say. On social media, you follow celebrities. Whatever you do or whatever you copy is at your own risk. You don't hold anybody accountable for it. You are the one who choose to see a mentor in someone. You've got to face the consequences or whatever comes with it. Let's watch this video.
Now what? Don't be person follow this lover for less than 1 year. We don't blow, so they even give her what they show everybody, even me I see him. They time this lover for public. Me, I follow Blessing CEO advice for 1 year. Waiting me again. 12 heartbreak and 7 abortion. Now I say make I even follow this her last footstep where she go do Nyash. Because I say she they flaunt the Nyash up and down. They say Nyash they give you different things. My dear, first person who I follow for the Nyash what I do, tell me say I know sweet. Now the heartbreak would then give me away make me sit down here so.
Moving on to the next one, entertainment news here. Here we have Rema in India. Rema is making it big, making Nigerians proud. I mean, he's one of the few Nigerians who has been able to take our music right from here over to India. I mean, to a huge audience in India. I mean, there are other people who have done it, but the numbers they are not as serious as Rema's number. Rema is pulling that number. And shout out to him, by the way.
Just 23 and you have achieved so much, and now I want to congratulate you on your new achievement to be at my show. Rema, have you tried any Indian dish, any Indian food?
My favorite is tikka masala.
You know, in tikka masala we put so much spices. Yeah, so next day if we use tissue paper, it catches fire. Rema, I saw your video. It mostly shot in the house only, you know, on the sofa, on the couch, with the model who were dancing in the show. You hired professional models or all they were your neighbors?
Some people were models, some people were just my friends in the video.
Just friends?
Yeah.
Not more than friends?
Models and friends.
Moving on to the next one. Whatever happened here, I don't really know, but this lady, this Big Brother Naija, former Big Brother Naija housemate Ella, goes off on social media, started ranting on social media, even said that Tacha is on drugs, that it helped her lose weight. What has been happening before that time, I have no idea. But she seemed to be really, really angry.
Since we don't need to keep with all this hate, what can happen to me? Yes! Even when she was coming for the reunion, girl's mouth was locking. What makes your jaw lock? If you're not dehydrated from some fucking damn hard drug. You lost so much weight, as in how? How did you lose all that weight, Tacha? Come out in the world and let people know. How about that? I don't care, I stand to be corrected, but I gotta say what I gotta say because you guys are hating so much. Someone said you was on crack. Yes! No, don't tell me to stop. No. You're here hearing what I'm saying. You're not in the meeting of the legion of people that she say what they say to, but it's the truth. Yes, I'm sorry. Her lips was always dehydrated. She always had thing by the side of her mouth. Ain't nobody asked her. Well, we just came out of the house then, so people were not really looking at her. But honey, she was literally always dehydrated. Always dehydrated, and next day to lose weight. People that will look at my phone and be like, I just want some crack now. But did I go ahead to go and start saying she wasn't? No, I did not. Because somebody said that's the only thing that can make you lose weight fast. But I don't understand. You say I'm on drugs, but my breast is looking all fucking big. My butt is going so fast. As in, drugs don't make you fat. Drugs make you thin. So I don't know which one people say Ella is doing drugs. For where? I'm doing drugs when I have boobs, I have flesh. But you ain't got none. I'm telling you what I heard. I'm not saying that I'm saying that she's doing. I don't care what she's doing. But I also understand you are imperfect. How dare you say you want to be perfect in the sight of where? Why block me? Why? I'm going to remove you. Anybody say something, I'm gonna block you because I don't.
Here, this guy shared recently shared this on social media. A lady I dated 6 years ago had traveled to Kigali. As a concerned boyfriend, I called one of my friends over there to help her get good accommodation. Long story short, they've been married for 5 years now. Since then, I fear short ladies with big foreheads, which look like a solar panel. A lady you dated. That means both of them are not even loyal to you at all. Your babe is not loyal to you. Your guy is not loyal to you. They've been married for 5 years. Be glad that happened. Those are not the people you should hang around with. I think at this point, in this age and time, we should normalize being glad that some bad things or some negative things happen. Because if they didn't happen at the time it happened, maybe the problem would have been very big, bigger than what it is. It might even be after marriage before you discover some things about that person. So sometimes be glad that, you know, some things happened and you discover who these people really are. And that is a faster way to keep off. Because there are some people who will do some things to you just because you don't think they are that big, it means anything. You still continue to be their friend. But if they did something that you take really, really serious and you feel betrayed, you immediately stay away from them just because of that. So be glad. Let us start normalizing things like this. But let's not forget, I usually say this, how was their relationship before she left? That is really, really important. How was their relationship? We all just talk about somebody leaving them, once they get to the other side. After we confirm that, okay, it's not your fault or you guys were cool and all that, before she left or he left, then we can contribute. Speaking about contribution here, we've got the Edochie, Obasahid Edochie, and the wife mark 20 years together. Wow. According to report, the union, which was instituted in 2003, has produced 3 daughters. This guy wrote on his page, "My queen, today makes it 20 years we made our vows. I am filled with gratitude for the journey we have shared together. It is hard to believe that it has been 2 decades already, and yet it feels like just yesterday that we embark on this journey. Over the years, we have experienced so much joy and love. You have been my rock, my confidant, and my partner in every sense of the word. You have supported me through thick and thin." So you see, through thick and thin. Marriage is not easy, but I think it is important that we share stories like this. The name of the wife is Olori Sekinat. We don't get to see stories like this on social media. Moving on to the next one. This is really, really sad. This lady cries out while in the bank, asking Access Bank to refund the 3 million naira that was debited from our account.
Provide our money or refund our money. Now God, I take back them. They should refund our money. Now God, I take back them. My family is stranded already. They've caused more harm to my family than good. They should refund my money. That's what I'm begging them. They should refund my money. See them covering their face, so they've not provided any solution since money. No, she Access Bank. Abemon are not safe again for this bank. They are thieves. They are thieves. If they can be deducting people's money for no just cause. People suffer for this hard-earned money. Why? Why? People will just dey suffer anyhow. They don't know how person they take a suffer. They get money. So somebody will just come broad daylight and take person's money from your people's accounts. Why? Tell me because to go. Don't tell me that's okay. Oh, that's okay. Person's money. What is the solution they are giving to you? Nothing. They don't have any solution. They're only calling and speaking stupid English. Calm down. How? Calm down for my money. Why? Calm down for my money. Why? Why? Over 3 million naira. CBN Nigeria, come to our aid, oh. Come to our aid. We are not finding it funny anymore. They are making life unbearable for people. It's not more funny. They should come to our aid. CBN Nigeria, EFCC, come to our aid. Help us. Help us. They should refund our dream.
I've said this before. I understand that there are some people who are concerned about the bank and their shenanigans. But let's not forget that there are some customers who are not very careful with their PIN, OTP code. So some of them who fell into the hands of these criminals would blame the bank for it. Yeah, so it's not about the bank all the time. Moving on to the next one, this activist Harrison Kwamnishu, that's his name. He has raised an alarm about an alleged cult initiation called snakebite taking place in primary and secondary schools in Asaba, Delta State, Nigeria. He shared videos and pictures showing the marks on the students, claiming that 61 students in a private school in Asaba have undergone the initiation. This guy urged parents to be vigilant and check their children for such marks, as it signifies involvement in cultism. He has submitted the evidence to the State Ministry of Education for further investigation. And I must commend this man for doing a great job all the time.
All right, so this is the snake bite. Now, count these students. There are 61 here we have here in this school. All right, now we have two. These children are below 15. Some of them are 15, 12, 8. You know, this snake bite is is an initiation they do in the school. So if you join and you are initiated, you have to go and initiate somebody else, and then you are given instruction that anybody who insults you or beat you, you have to report to them. Children who then they will not send people to go and beat that person. So how did this thing happen yesterday now? A male teacher was almost beaten by a little girl, 14-year-old girl yesterday in Asaba here. You know, I don't want to call them of the school so that they won't say I want to destroy somebody's business. But after this video, the Ministry of Education, we have to get involved to see how they can stop this thing that is going on now. Now, this thing happen not only in this school, it happens also in West End. In West End, it's West End Secondary School, Asaba. So now, check their fingers. You will see those marks there. All of them have this mark. It's called the snake bite. It's called the snake bite. Check. All of them have the mark.
Let's not forget the 17-year-old Philip Solomon, a student of Oyemekun Grammar School in Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria, has been declared the Guinness World Record holder for the most skips on one foot in 30 seconds. Philip achieved 153 skips on one foot, surpassing the previous record of 145 held by Russell Islam from Bangladesh. The Guinness World Record officially ratified Philip's achievement 4 months after his attempt. Philip was inspired by that guy's record in Bangladesh and had been training to achieve the feat.
Ready? Start. Stop.
Moving on to the next one, and this one is about the Dangote refineries. The question about this refinery is, will the price of petrol go down because of Dangote refinery? Let us listen to what Ben Murray Bruce has got to say here. But hold on. Let's read this comment. Take it or leave it. This is the plan for Dangote refinery to make profit. That man is not coming to remove any inflation with it. Fine, it will provide jobs for some people, but at the end, we go still buy fuel and gas times 2 of what we buying right now. Don't confuse yourselves with government having a share in Dangote refinery as an opportunity for we the citizens. As a previous worker in Dangote refinery, he already made us understand that it's not a national project but private ownership.
Your Excellency, one of the major milestones that has happened in the downstream sector is this refinery. What's your take about it?
Well, I think it's great. It's 20 years overdue. We should have done this in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Hey, how you doing, man? And now it took one man to do what government should have done over the years. Is you're basically embarrassed and not being able to do what one man has done. And that's why I think he's a great guy.
So Nigerians are also trying to find out whether it's going to reflect on the price of PMS from their pumps, because that's what
your price. Your price is going to go up. You pay market value PMS. The minute he starts, you pay market value. So don't think his refinery is going to make prices drop. You're going to pay market value. So how much are you paying now to fill up your tank? I don't know. How much you pay to fill up your tank?
About 8,000, 10,000.
Then you'll be paying 30,000. Wow. Yeah, that's what you're going to pay. Market value. He's not going to do this and subsidize you. He's not going to subsidize you. The government can subsidize you, he will not subsidize you. If he doesn't charge market value, he's going to be broke. So you're going to charge market value.
Moving on to the next one, here we have Dele Momodu. Chief Dele Momodu is a prominent media entrepreneur. He has accused Dr. Adenike, an executive director at Dangote Group, of showing a lack of respect towards journalists invited to cover the commissioning of Dangote refinery. In a now deleted Instagram post, Chief Dele Momodu cautioned the lady to treat reporters with more dignity and professionalism. He claimed that her alleged poor treatment of journalists has become part of her reputation during Dangote refinery events. The next one right here, President Buhari hands over transition documents to Tinubu, confers on him highest honor, GCFR. Guys, Buhari said he's tired already being the president of Nigeria. With just 6 days left in his tenure, President Buhari expressed his eagerness to quickly leave office, citing the pressure he has been facing recently. In fact, he made these remarks during a regimental dinner held in his honor by the armed forces. This whole thing just sounds like, some primary school senior prefect that is about to leave the school, because President Buhari even thanked the chief of defense staff, the minister of defense, and other security agency. Well, guys, here we have Odumodu, the rapper. Odumodu posted recently, he said they tried to get me to perform at the inauguration. They did not do their research. He's just doing his job. Chop the money. It doesn't mean that you support the motion, but I understand they will come for him. He's also probably been saying stuff, against Tinubu. So I understand. I mean, just like Daniel Rega. Daniel Rega meant to meet that police at Delta State. Is he Delta State PRO? And he said, that doesn't mean that if something comes up, I won't call you out. I will still call you out. Well, guys, let us move straight to the next one. Here we have the Minister of Aviation, Hadi Siraka. He announced that a Nigerian aircraft is set to arrive in the country on Friday, May 26, 2023. And in an interview, he assured that the aircraft will be unveiled in Nigeria's colors. This man confirmed that the plane's arrival marks the beginning of operations for Nigeria Air. Plans are in place to finalize the airport city under the next administration. So guys, the big question is, would you trust Nigeria Air enough to fly with them? What do you think? To the next one, guys. During a plenary session, Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila and Deputy Speaker engaged in a verbal confrontation. Gbajabiamila requested that the order paper for the next day be light to adjourn the session by 2 p.m. for the inauguration of the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies building. Wase, that's the deputy, objected, stating that attending the commissioning should be optional and unnecessary to adjourn the session. And he also said that this is the first time a deputy speaker will be challenging a speaker.
It was set up, if I may, it was set up by this same institution by statute. We're not adjourning the house to go to Niels. What I said was, let's try and make it light and leave here by 2. If you want, we can resume at 10. We will do our work, but we will adjourn this house at 2 o'clock. I will witness Niels. I've been in this house for many years, perhaps even longer than anybody here. This is the first time in history that a deputy speaker will be challenging what the speaker is saying. Let us rise for Aisha.
I don't understand what you mean by challenging.
Let's rise for 1 minute.
That I should not make my contribution.
Okay, and people are also talking about, they are really, really concerned about this next one. Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, revealed that Nigerian government has spent $8 billion on restoring peace in Liberia. He made this disclosure during a ceremony commemorating the 75th anniversary of United Nations peacekeeping operations. General Irabo highlighted Nigeria's long-lasting commitment to UN principles and its significant contribution to 41 peacekeeping missions worldwide. He emphasized that Nigeria's active involvement in peacekeeping and peacekeeping operations in various countries, including Liberia, despite ongoing security challenges, and this sparked mixed opinions on social media. How come they are able to afford $8 billion yet they can't even secure their own people? Someone says here, you guys spend so much to restore peace in another country, whereas families are being slaughtered every day in the north, endless violence in the east, police brutality. Nigeria is indeed a funny country. Another person here, what has Nigeria done to restore peace to Nigeria, especially in the north and east? And how much did they spend to restore peace in Nigeria? A country that doesn't know peace is paying for peace for another country. Okay, Nigeria. All right, guys, that is it. Leave in the comment section below your thoughts about this, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Like this video, subscribe if you're yet to do so. Until we see next time, peace.